Fetal circulation and changes occurring at birth. So the competency is fetal circulation and changes occurring at birth. Fetal circulation. Deoxygenated fetal blood is conducted to the placenta by two umbilical arteries. Umbilical arteries arise from internal iliac arteries. Gaseous exchange occurs in placenta. Oxygenated blood from the placenta passes through the single umbilical vein and enters inferior vena cava. 50% of the blood in the inferior vena cava passes through the liver and the rest bypasses the liver via ductus venosus. Inferior vena cava also drains blood returning from lower trunk and extremity to the heart. On reaching the heart, blood is divided into two streams by the edge of the interatrial septum, that is crista dividens. Largest stream is shunted to the left atrium through the foramen ovale. Other stream enters into right atrium. There it mixes with blood from superior vena cava. This stream has lower partial pressure of oxygen. Because of large pulmonary vascular resistance and presence of ductus arteriosus, most of the right ventricular output passes into the aorta at a point distal to the left subclavian artery. The diameter of the ductus arteriosus is similar to that of descending aorta. The patency of ductus arteriosus is maintained by low oxygen tension and vasodilating effects of the prostaglandin E2. Blood flowing through the foramen ovale into the left atrium passes into left ventricle where it is ejected into ascending aorta. This relatively oxygen-rich blood is supplied predominantly to the brain and heart through the coronary branches arising from the root of aorta. Changes occurring at birth. Several cardiopulmonary adaptations occur which result in gaseous exchange between being transferred from placenta to the lung. One is umbilical vessels are obliterated when umbilical cord is clamped externally. There is therefore fall in blood flow through the inferior vena cava and ductus venosus. Ductus venosus subsequently closes passively over the next 3 to 10 days. The third one, there is a dramatic fall in the pulmonary vascular resistance occurs with lung expansion and opening of the pulmonary vessels. Reduction in hypoxic pulmonary vasoconstriction and stimulation of the pulmonary stress receptors contribute to this process. The fourth one, increase in the pulmonary blood flow leads to large rise in pulmonary venous return to the left atrium. Fifth one, the left atrial pressure exceeds the right atrial pressure. This reversal of pressure gradient across atria allow the flap of the foramen ovale to push against the arterial septum secundum, and the arterial shunt is effectively closed. Initial closure of the foramen ovale occurs within minutes to hours after birth. Anatomical closure by tissue proliferation takes several days. As a result, all blood from right atrium now passes into the right ventricle. Then sixth one, ductus arteriosus constricts due to high partial pressure of oxygen. This process is usually complete within 2 days after the birth. The seventh one, the other changes over several weeks include reduction in the thickness of the wall of the right ventricle and increase in the left ventricular wall. Thank you.